Breathe the light. The gardens are bright. Reflections on a carbon leaf, finding a solace, finding a brief. The architecture of a living vine, growing along the electric line. I feel the pulse on a digital skin, where the biologic can begin. The world is breathing in a humid heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the forest sings a glowing song, right where I have always belonged. Pure than the rain in the oxygen tank, draw in the power from the riverbank. The energy is building high underneath the emerald sky. Flow with the green. Everything is glowing and bright. Flow with the green. Frozen nectar in the frame of light, illuminating the deep of the night. The architecture of a floral soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic grow, watching how the glowing fibers show. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Wood and wire in a fire, green and blue, passing flow with the green. Everything is glowing and bright. Just let it breathe beneath the wings. Breathe the light. Breathe the light. Deep in the stone, a light of its own. Prism reflections on the cavern wall, watching how the jagged shadows fall. The architecture of a diamond mine, perfected by the digital design. I feel the pressure on a virtual skin, where the crystal logic can begin. The world is breathing in a mineral heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the mountain sings a sparkling song, right where I have always belonged. Brighter than the fire in the core, opening the ancient hidden door. The energy is building high underneath the heavy sky.
Break the crystal.
Tighten the screw. Starting something new. On a greasy floor, opening the heavy pressurized door. The architecture of a brass machine, the finest engine that you've ever seen. I feel the static on a digital skin, where the piston logic can begin. The world is breathing in a dusty heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the furnace sings a roaring song, right where I have always belonged. Tougher than the iron in the frame, giving every spark a brand new name. The energy is building high underneath the sepia sky. Turn the gear. Everything is copper and bright. Turn the gear. Everything is copper and bright. Turn the gear. Working through the shadows of the night. The architecture of a tinkerer's soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic oil, reward for all the digital toil. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Wind it up, fill the cup, rust and gold, be so bold. Everything is copper and bright. Just let it spin, let the work begin. Just let it spin, let the work begin. Everything is new. Azure reflections on a glass floor. I don't need the ground beneath me anymore. The architecture of a drifting cloud, singing our intentions out so loud. I feel the sunshine on a digital skin, where the summer logic can begin. The world is breathing in a breezy heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the horizon sings a sapphire song, right where I have always belonged. Higher than the birds within the gale, set in every digital could float the perfect note. Reflections on a wet street, tracing the rhythm of the cyber beat. The architecture of a lonely wire, burning with a cold electric fire. I feel the static on a digital skin, where the nighttime logic can begin. The world is breathing in a neon heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the alley sings a hollow song, right where I have always belonged. Darker than the oil within the tank, watching how the city's shadows sink. The energy is building high underneath the storm-filled sky. Chase the neon. Everything is purple and bright. Chase the neon. Frozen raindrops in the frame of light, falling through the silence of the night. The architecture of a restless soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic glare, breathing in the heavy, humid air. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Rain and chrome, far from home, pink and black, never look back. Chase the neon. Everything is purple and bright. Just let it pour like never before. Patterns in the stone, a language of our own. Go reflections on a server rack, tracing all the signals moving back. The architecture of a binary tree, the ghost inside the wall, watching how the data shadows fall. The energy is building high underneath the artificial sky. Solve the code. Everything is golden bright. Solve the code. Frozen sequences in a frame of light, calculating through the depth of night. The architecture of a complex soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic error, looking at the digitalized mirror. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Input, output in the grid where caught true, false. Feeling all the pulse. Input, output in the grid where caught true, false. Feeling all the pulse. Solve the code. Everything is golden and bright. Solve the code. Just let it sink before we blink. Rise from the ash in the lightning Red reflections on the frozen peak, hearing all the words the ancestors speak. The architecture of a temple fire, burning with the ancient deep desire. I feel the spirit on the digital skin, where the ritual logic can begin. The world is breathing in a crimson heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the mountain sings a sacred song, right where I have always belonged. Bolder than the dragon in the sky, watching how the paper lanterns fly. The energy is building high underneath the blood-red sky. Light up the night. Everything is red and bright. Light up the night. Light up the night. Frozen embers in a frame of light, piercing through the shadows of the night. The architecture of a warrior soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find a comfort in a rhythmic flame, calling out my true and secret name. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Spirit and bone, never alone. Black and red by the for the turn. Just let it burn, 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 burn. Frozen in time, the perfect climb. Reflections on a frozen lens, where the logic of the city ends. The architecture of a silent peak, hearing all the truths we never speak. I feel the frost on a digital skin, where the cosmic logic can begin. The world is breathing in a silver heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the glacier sings a heavy song, right where I have always belonged. Colder than the starlight in the sky, watching how the northern lights go by. The energy is building high, underneath the Arctic sky. Breathe the cold. Everything is white and bright. Breathe the cold. Frozen orbits in a frame of light, drifting through the purity of night. The architecture of a quiet soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic ice, living in a winter paradise. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Snow and star, who we are, blue and white, endless light. Breathe the cold. Everything is white and bright. Just let it freeze, 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 in the cosmic breeze, breeze, breeze. sugar in the air, colors everywhere. Bright reflections on a plastic plate, running through the neon market gate. The architecture of a candy stand, the loudest music in the virtual land. I feel the sugar on a digital skin, where the happy logic can begin. The world is breathing in a rainbow heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the vendor sings a bubbly song, right where I've always belonged. Sweet as honey in a cooling jar, wishing on a drifting motor star. The energy is building high underneath the candy sky. Taste the signal. Everything is pink and bright. Taste the signal. Taste the signal. Frozen treats in a frame of light, shining through the party of the night. The architecture of a playful soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic sweet, dancing with the people on the street. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Hop and fizz, this is bliss. Yellow and green, as we sing. Taste the signal. Everything is pink and bright. Taste the signal. Taste the signal. Everything is pink and bright. Taste the signal. Just let it glow. The sweetest show. Bow to the light. End of the night. Gold reflections on a throne of steel, waiting for the turning of the wheel. The architecture of a solar crown, looking at the world from upside down. I feel the fire on a digital skin, where the royal logic can begin. The world is breathing in a golden heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the empire sings a thunderous song, right where I have always belonged. Stronger than the flares within the sun, knowing that the battle has been won. The energy is building high underneath the amber sky. Face the power. Everything is golden and bright. Face the power. Frozen statues in a frame of light, standing through the glory of the night. The architecture of a regal soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic rain, turning all the loss into a gain. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. King and queen, the unseen, gold and black, no looking back. Face the power. Everything is golden and bright. dive in the stream beyond the dream. Blue reflections on a liquid screen, the darkest depth that you've ever seen. The architecture of a virtual sea, everything that we were meant to be. I feel the current on a digital skin, where the ocean logic can begin. The world is breathing in that liquid heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the network sings a watery song, right where I have always belonged, deeper than the cables on the floor. Looking for the final hidden door, the energy is building high underneath the digital sky. Lose yourself. Everything is liquid and bright. Lose yourself. Lose yourself. Frozen data in a frame of light, drifting through the silence of the night. The architecture of a fluid soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic flow, letting all the heavy feelings go. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Flow and depth, the silver web, deep and wide in the tide. Lose yourself. Everything is liquid and bright. Just let it drift. Feel the shift. Just let it drift. Feel the shift.
Catch the rail. Never fail. Catch the rail. Never fail. 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 Orange reflections on a copper line, grinding on the edge of a new design. The architecture of a digital ramp, burning like a high-intensity lamp. I feel the friction on a digital skin, where the action logic can begin. The world is breathing in a kinetic heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat.
And the circus sings a screaming song, right where I have always belonged.
Faster than the electrons in the wire, setting every virtual wheel on fire. The energy is building high underneath the orange sky. Shred the piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night.
Escape and destroy the ultimate joy. Green and gold be so
Everything is glory, 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 just let it roll. Beyond control.
The stage is set. No room for regret. Gray reflections on a velvet floor, closing every ancient wooden door. The architecture of a stormy height, singing through the chaos of the night. I feel the static on a digital skin, where the drama logic can begin. The world is breathing in a cold white heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the tower sings a lightning song, right where I have always belonged. Purer than the diamonds in the rain, washing out the digitalized pain. The energy is building high underneath the electric sky.
Sing for the storm.
Everything is white and bright.
Sing for the storm.
Frozen echoes in a frame of light, piercing through the darkness of the night. The architecture of a tragic soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic gale, telling every broken secret tale. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Rise and fall, the curtains call, gold and gray fading
Sing for the storm. Sing for the storm.
of a quiet mind, leaving all the digital noise behind. I feel the healing on a virtual skin, where the crystal logic can begin. The world is breathing in a silver heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the glass house sings a lonely song, right where I have always belonged. Purer than the silence in the deep, promises that I will always keep. The energy is building high underneath the hollow sky. Let it be clear, everything is transparent and bright. Let it be frozen moments in a frame of light, vanishing the shadows of the night. The architecture of a peaceful soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in the rhythmic slow, watching how the inner fibers glow. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the glass and bone, never alone. White and blue, passing Let it be clear, everything is transparent and bright. Just glad it fades in the light we made. Back to the root, the golden fruit. To the root, back to the root, back to the root. Ember reflections on a dusty plain, waiting for the sky to release the rain. The architecture of a meadow tree, living in a world that is wild and free. I feel the pulse on the digital skin, where the tribal logic can begin. The world is breathing in the summer heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat, and the canyon sings a rhythmic song, right where I have always belonged. Stronger than the lion in the wire, burning with a steady orange fire. The energy is building high underneath the endless sky. Feel the pulse. Everything is gone. Everything is golden and bright. Just let it run under the sun. Just let it run under the sun. Down in the deep, secrets we keep. Down in the deep, secrets we keep. reflections on a glass dome, finding in the silence a new home. The architecture of a glowing vine, intertwining with a deep design. I feel the static on a digital skin, where the garden logic can begin. The world is breathing in a humid heat, moving to the rhythm of the beat. And the forest sings a neon song, right where I have always belonged. Softer than the moss upon the wall, waiting for the evening rain to fall. The energy is building high underneath the water sky. Grow in the everything is green and bright. Grow in the shining through the deadness of the night. The architecture of a blooming soul, finally taking back the grand control. I find the comfort in a rhythmic leaf, finding in the beauty a relief. We are drifting like a piece of light, knowing just how beautiful the night. Root and wire, hidden fire, blue and green, life in between. Just let it grow, soft and slow. Just let it grow. One step away, into the gray. Dum 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 dum. Silver reflections on a cosmic dust, leaving the gravity and stars we trust. The architecture of a black hole sun, watching how the galaxy journey over 1,000 miles beyond the tears